Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we'll be discussing constipation. Like, I know everybody is familiar with constipation, the straining, the pushing, like putting all your own efforts to ensure that this shit just goes away so that you are free. See, but constipation is something I don't even actually wish for my enemies, because God, that thing is not a wonderful experience. Like, it just comes and it disrupts your mood, it disrupts everything. If you're not in the toilet, you're in the room crying of pains, like your whole body is just changed because of constipation. So in this video we'll actually talk about constipation, the causes, the symptoms, the complications, and how you can manage constipation. So constipation actually occurs when there are less bowel movements, like your bowel movements are less frequent, thereby making your stools hard to pass. Now, one thing that can result to this constipation is actually probably there is a change in your routine, or you don't take much water, or you don't take enough fiber. And now, for constipation to occur, there are key features. Like, there are things that has to be present before you say this is constipation. Firstly is the fact that your bowel movements are now painful and your stools are hard to pass. And then secondly is that your stools are very dry and hard. And then lastly, you feel like you've not done justice, like you've not emptied your bowels well. And now, what are the causes of constipation? Constipation can be as a result of lifestyle, medications, like side effects from medications, or some health conditions. Now, for lifestyle, it can be because you are not taking enough water, or you're not taking up enough fiber. And then stress can also cause constipation. And then lack of exercise, or probably there is a change in your normal routine, like probably you traveled, or you don't usually eat at night, like you changed your eating patterns, and this just changing your normal, like these little things, they can also, we think they don't contribute, they can also contribute to constipation. And then drugs like antidepressant drugs, psychiatric drugs, allergic drugs, like drugs for allergies, and then non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, they can also cause constipation. And conditions like pregnancy, intestinal obstruction, and Crohn's disease with diabetes can also lead to constipation. Now, what are the symptoms? Like, what do you see and then you know I am constipating? Firstly is the fact that you emptied your bowels for less than 3 times in a week. That's a very, very poor one. So that's a sign or an indication to constipation. Secondly is that the stools are hard, dry, and lumpy. And then thirdly is the fact that there is pain when you're passing these stools. They are too dry to pass, so therefore they cause pain. And then you can have stomach ache or cramping. This is also a sign or a symptom of a sign that you are having constipation. And then also you can feel bloated and nauseated. And then finally, this feeling that you've not emptied your bowels properly. And then, what are the complications of this constipation? Now, what are the complications? What can happen if you ignore constipation, or if constipation isn't managed early? Now, firstly, you can have hemorrhoids. This is as a result of the fact that you've strained and strained and strained for a long time, so the veins around your the veins in your rectum now becomes inflamed and swollen, thereby leading to hemorrhoid. And secondly, we have anal fissures. These are tears in the lining of your anus, and this can be as a result of straining so hard for long period of time. And thirdly, we have fecal impaction. Now, this fecal impaction is actually a pile up of too much poo in your rectum and your anus. And then lastly, we have damage to your pelvic floor and muscles due to straining. And then how can I manage or treat constipation, for me, I will advise that your management of constipation shouldn't just be something you do at that moment when you're constipated. It should be something you adopt as a lifestyle, so that you reduce your chances of being constipated or having constipation, because constipation is actually not a funny one. So firstly, you have to ensure that you take extra glasses of water, so that you will just help the bowel movements become easier. And then secondly, you have to avoid caffeine, all these caffeine containing drinks. One thing these drinks does is that they cause dehydration, and you need water now to help soften the stool. So if you're being dehydrated, then you're just creating more problems for yourself. Also, avoid juice and high sweetened beverages. And then you should ensure that you adopt taking fruits and vegetables and foods high in fiber as a lifestyle, not just for that moment that you're constipated, but even after that constipation period. If you take fruits and vegetables very well, you won't actually get constipation easily. It's going to be like something happened and then you're having constipation, because your stools are always soft. It's not diarrhea, but you don't just feel pains passing these stools. And you can take over-the-counter laxatives, that's drugs for constipation, to also help your bowels. And then you have to get moving, like exercise. Exercise is very, very important for the management and treatment of constipation. It will help soften your bowels. And then finally, please ensure that you do not hold this urge to go and poo. If you want to use the restroom, please do that immediately. Stop holding it in. It doesn't do anything. It only causes you more problems. So I believe that you've learned something from today's video. You've learned what can cause constipation and how to manage your constipation. So I believe that this video has actually helped you. Now you know how better to manage constipation and go around it. And I also believe that with the knowledge you've gathered here, you actually do adopt eating fruits and taking water, so that you will not be having constipation regularly. It's going to be like something different happened and then there is constipation. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please don't forget to turn on the notification bell to get notified when we post more educative videos like this. Thank you.